Give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutation unto the elect of Yasha, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, as well as you Akim out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, preaching, teaching, and prophesying through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, truth and sincerity, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations but are of the nation of Israel on their father's side by blood. And I kind of want to speak a little bit about that as well. It's just, um, as the scriptures say, they are not all of Israel, which are of Israel. And we understand that the Lord has an elect. He has a set amount of people that he has predestined. When you go and read in Ephesians, the first chapter, according to his will, according to his purpose, he's already predestinated them before the foundation of the earth to be of the elect, to receive salvation, all right, to receive this word, this knowledge, this wisdom, okay, and actually dealing with wisdom. I was reading in Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, and as you can see within the title, that's what stuck out to me when you read in the 27th verse. It says, and being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets, right? So it's all by wisdom. Okay, it's all by the wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And matter of fact, I gotta get my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. All right, we gotta go in Sirach chapter 4 real quick, just real quick, because it if you stick around through the spirit, you'll learn things, man. Actually dealing with somebody, a family member, and they want to pretty much do things the easy way, you know. They want everything to be given to them, but man, you gotta earn your keep. You know what I'm saying? Things gonna happen. Life is gonna life. You know. All right. That's what we here. We here to figure things out. We here to do the will of the Lord throughout all of the chaos, man. All right. So this is wisdom Salakia. This is Sirach 4 and 17. I'm gonna go to 16. It says, if a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. Right? That's even beautiful as far as a generation, because what you'll do is you'll hand it down, you know. You'll hand it down, or she'll also be within the midst, of that generation. Like now, like the Lord said, this generation is full of adulterers, and roughly paraphrasing it, I can't remember it right offhand, you know, but it's also the Lord got the wisdom, the mysteries, all right, the secrets that He was giving. He got those out in the midst, but only, right? What did it say? What did it say? Only the holy souls are going to understand, are going to receive that. All right. So it says, verse 17, for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul, right? And try him by her laws. Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secret. So a lot of people didn't get to this point. All right, you read in Matthew's the 13th chapter, and they speak about the different seeds. Some fell by the wayside, some on stony ground, some on good ground, and etc. Everybody wasn't able to take root. Everybody wasn't able to grow. Some got withered by the sun. All right, when you get into the interpretation of it, they fell out by the cares of this world. All right, or they had it at a point of time, and Satan got the best of them. Even well, as they was receiving it, Satan got the best of them. Oh no, this ain't real. This can't be true. White people can't be saved. The heathen ain't gonna make it. So they got offended. right? So they didn't make it through those crooked ways. All right. Uh, Shoot, didn't even get to the crooked ways really, you know. But all in all, with wisdom trusting you, she'll unlock those secrets unto you through the spirit of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right. So us brothers who are here through the spirit, still teaching and preaching, okay, hastening the day, we went through those crooked ways. All right, we went through those dreadful times, and we was trusted. Okay, and the secrets have been opened and unlocked unto us. You know, some came this far and they turned back around. All right, it's just once again that Ephesians, the first chapter, it comes down to predestination, the will and the purpose of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right. So going from there, just getting a couple of precepts dealing with the ages, because as it said, I'm gonna read it again. Wisdom of Solomon 7:27, and being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. Because wisdom doesn't change, stays the same, but it is an initiative for creativity. All right, it is innovative. Okay, wisdom worketh in all things, as the scriptures say. It says, and in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. All right. Now, um, let me see. I must have. Dang, where did the spot go? Okay, here we go. So this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, but the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace ye are saved, and hath raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in Hamashiach Yahushai, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness toward us through Hamashiach Yahushai. Right? For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High. So as it said that in the ages to come, he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness. Because ultimately, all right, going into it, which I'll get a couple more precepts on it as well. Um, the Gentiles, all right, the Israelite foreigners, okay, the ones of our people who grew up acting like the heathen and speaking like the heathen and eating like the heathen, okay, they were going to be allowed to come back to the fold, man. It's just as us in these present days. We grew up calling ourselves whatever we was calling us, whatever lifestyle we had. But when the Lord allow us our ears to be open and our eyes to be open, we was able to see, we was able to listen, we was able to hear, all right, the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, just as you know the Israelite foreigners did back then, or the so-called Gentiles. You do have actual Gentiles, actual heathen that won't be partakers of this fold, but you got some of our people. All right, that's why it was a great mystery, because the ones who was supposedly doing what they were supposed to be doing, the circumcision, I would say, the ones who knew that they was Israelites, they was Jews, they was like, ain't no way for them to get back in. So when the Lord started showing them love and mercy and giving them hope, you know, it was a big controversy. Some, but some understood it, you know. And that's what Paul be speaking on is I think this at the top of this. Nope. It's gonna be one of them though. And it speaks about pretty much his ministry, his mission at the end of the day. All right. So it says, verse 8, it says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High, not of works, lest any man should boast, because the circumcision had the works. They knew that they were Israelites, so they kept some of the laws and the ways of our nation. All right, but the Israelite foreigners didn't know too much about it. They was keeping the customs and the ways of the heathen, man. All right. It says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahawashi, unto good works, which the Most High hath before ordained that we should walk in them." And that's what it comes down to. Yahweh Yahawashi ordained those same men, all right, where that wisdom will enter into those holy souls and shall do what? Maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. All right, so we become friends and prophets of Yahweh Yahawashi. Because what did he say? Well, I'll get it. I think I have it in one of these precepts, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna try it because I think it's over here. I want to say, man, was almost sure it was right there. Uh, it's one of them. I know it's over here somewhere. Maybe not. Let me see. Okay, I read it earlier. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yep. So this is St. John chapter 15 verse 12. It says, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends. Ye do what if ye do whatsoever I command you." Right? "Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye ask, or ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you." So right there, like he said, you ain't servants, you're friends, because I have made these things known unto you. What the things that I got planned and prepared, and the things that's going to happen, the secrets, the mysteries. Well, there we go. Amos, can't forget about Amos. It's been a minute since I brought it out, but there's another precept as well, and it speaks about. I could have went to the third chapter actually. He say, "For ye are not servants, ye are friends. For a servant know not what his master doeth." Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Yep, here we go. This is Amos 3 and 6. "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Should there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it?" Right? Because everything that's going on in the world is just is of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why the men of the Lord, the true worshipers, sit back, hastening the day, and just looking at the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and we understand it. We understand that there has to be a fire that has to cleanse this earth, man, because it's too out of order. It's too chaotic. It's too far gone, man. All right. Verse 7, it says, "Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets." Okay. And that's, it says, now we are servants, we are prisoners of hope. We do work for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but ultimately we're like joint partners in the company in a sense, but taking a lot lesser half. But joint heirs, as the scriptures speak about. All right, because it's not like the scriptures don't call us servants, but he was just, speaking on how close he was speaking on a relationship. You got people at your job, they co-workers. Y'all just cool at work. You don't really talk to them outside of work, except the ones that you are actually friends with. All right. So getting back to it, um, this is yeah, that's what it was. Paul's stewardship. That was the title I was looking for. But this is Ephesians 3, and I'll just get to the point since we here. It says, verse 4, I'll go to 4. It says, whereby when you read, ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Hamashiach, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit, that the Gentiles should be fellow heirs and of the same body and partakers of his promise in Hamashiach by the gospel, whereof I was made a minister, according to the gift of the grace of the Most High given unto me by the effectual working of his power. So it's all ordained and orchestrated by YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. Okay? And that was one of those mysteries that was out there that wasn't fully given and fully revealed until the time that it was meant to be given, you know? Because as I said, throughout ages, wisdom would enter into those holy men and make them friends. All right, and prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay. And this is just reiterating it again, but I like how it's worded. This is Colossians 1 and 26, Salakia. Even the mystery which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. And that's the thing, being called a saint and being the saint of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in these times is having that understanding, having that knowledge and wisdom, having his secrets and his mysteries, the things that he's going to be bringing upon this earth, and really having an understanding about it and grasping it, okay, and preaching it, really, you know, being partakers within it. All right. It says, to whom the Most High will make known what is the riches of his glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Hamashiach in you, the hope of glory, whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Hamashiach Yahushai, whereunto I also labor, striving according to his working, which worketh in me mightily. Because that he sent Paul to the Gentiles in particular, all right, to get them to graft them back in. And as you read Paul's letters, you can see how fervent he was for his mission. All right, he wasn't just like, gotta go and do this. Nah, he was on it, man. You know, especially uh with his faults. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that weighed down on his mind a little bit. Okay, when he did what he did out of ignorance. All right, so he wanted to, through the Spirit, balance that out. You know, because you're gonna be judged for your wicked works and your good works. Okay, so ended in right here. This is Matthew 13 and 10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given, because it's not given to everyone. You know, that's why we sound like gibberish to some people. All right, that's why it's so plain and it resonates with us so clearly, but to most it don't. All right, many are called, but few are chosen. Okay, what's that in I think it's Second Ezra 8. It's like two of them, two spots, or maybe it's two verses. It's just Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 1. He said, and he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for a few. Right? I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of the present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Right? So not too many is going to be saved as the ones that are created. Okay. Matthew 13 and 12, it says, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. So that's what whom much is given, much is required. All right, the ones who don't really have much is because they're not ordained by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. They're not chosen. All right, and Lord willing, we be of that number. Verse 14 it says, "And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and should heal them." Because it's not meant for everybody to be healed. Once again, wisdom enter into those holy souls and make certain ones friends and close and prophets to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Here's the point. Salakia, let me go to 16. It says, "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear." All right. "For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them." So just as you read about all of the men of the Lord previous before Yahweh Shai was on the scene, and the prophets, the majors and the minors, whomever, all right, the men of the Lord, they heard mysteries, they wrote about mysteries, they received visions and had dreams, and they was looking forward. They looking forward to salvation, man, at all times. Looking forward to what was for us to be set up, man, to have an eternal kingdom. All right. So just as in their time, the men that came before them had wisdom. All right. They had that wisdom, and they was uh and it was within their holy souls, as it said. Okay. It says in all ages entering into holy souls, they had their time where they had received that wisdom. Okay. So when this was told unto them, there's things that they was told that they wanted to see. All right. That they wanted to receive and understand, but it wasn't for that time. It was for these times. They was writing down things. They was writing down about the arrows and the stars falling from heaven, and the image of the beast, and now we're living in those times, and all things are being revealed, because it's once again, we're in one of those ages, and through the spirit we of the wisdom has entered into our holy souls, man, and has made us friends to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, has made us prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And that's why through the Spirit we receive the mysteries and the secrets, and we see with our eyes, all right, and hear with our ears, okay, and understand the will of the Lord, man. We understand the will of the Lord. All right, some he's chosen, some he hasn't, some he's going to save, some he's not. This world has to be judged in order for our world to come. Okay, in order for the kingdom of heaven to be set up, this world got to be done away with. Esau got to be judged. Whomever else, the wicked has to be judged. All right, everybody's going to be judged. All right, but everybody's not going to be saved. You know, some people judgment is going to wake up to everlasting shame, and some to everlasting life. You know, let me see. I don't want to butcher that, and then we'll end it there. Dang, even this one right here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Daniel 12:2. "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt." I want to get 12 with it. Where is it? 10. says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And it's all through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. All right. By what? By way of wisdom. Okay. Because remember, going back into that Sirach, the 4th chapter, all right, she'll send you on those crooked ways, man. But when she trusts your soul, she'll reveal those secrets unto you through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right. So, Lord willing, you was edified. In all ways, Lord willing, we allowed to endure unto the end. And once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.